My name is Harshit Gajjar, and today I'll be presenting you my observable notebook on suicide analysis in India from year 2001 to 2012. Suicide is an act of intentionally taking one's own life, and it is a very complex and a serious issue that is affecting individuals, families, and communities worldwide. So, and the cases and the causes of suicide are very complex and multifaceted, and they involve a range of individual, societal, and environmental factors as well. So, in this notebook, we will be seeing the patterns and trends in the suicide cases in India. In males and females from the time frame of year 2001 to 2012. So, in order to analyze the trends and the patterns in the suicide cases in India, I have made a heat map here where users can select the gender, whether they want to see the suicide cases individual for males and females, or they want to see both of them combined. And here they can select the different type of causes of suicide which are being reported in India. And these are the heat maps showing for a given Indian state and for a given age group how many suicide cases were reported. So as we can see that in the state of Tamil Nadu, where the suicide causes, ideological causes, and hero worshipping, 30 to 44 years of males have a very high suicide count as compared to the other states in India. And in the case of females, we can see that the young females from the age of 15 to 29 have a high suicide count as compared to the other states in the country. And also we can view this heat map combining both the data. So we can see here that for Tamil Nadu state, for the age group of 15 to 44, we have a high count of suicide cases as compared to other states in India. That's one of my insights. And my second insight would be on drug abuse and addiction. So as we can see that in the case of drug abuse and addiction, in the case of males and females individually, in females there are like either zero or very very few counts, somewhere like in one, two, or very few. And in the case of males there are suicide cases, but they are only in one specific case state, that is Maharashtra, and it is ranging from age group of 15 to 29 till 60 plus years. So in Maharashtra, we have suicide cases from 15 years and above for drug abuse and addiction. Meanwhile, if you see in the other states of India, in some states like Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu, West Bengal, Chhattisgarh, there are some few cases, but they are not as many as they are in Maharashtra. So this is like a huge amount of cases as compared to other states in India. And my third insight would be where the suicide causes as simple as like failure in examination. So we have seen that because of failure in examination in the state of West Bengal, from the age group of 0 to 14, there have been suicide cases which are being reported, which is very high as compared to the other states in India. And the same trend goes for females in West Bengal as well. There is a higher cases of suicide in the age group of 0 to 14, where the cause of suicide was failure in examination. And the same goes for the age group of 15 to 29. And if we combine them together, we can see that West Bengal has a very high suicide cases for the age group of 0 to 14, where the cause of suicide was failing an exam. So in order for this visualization, I had performed some of my task abstraction, data abstraction, and the how abstraction. So for the data abstraction, I had used the following columns, that is gender, age group, state, and suicide causes. And these are my derived. So I just use one derived attribute, that is to count the number of suicide cases. And I had got my data set from this website here, as we can see, and it contains all the data, something in like this format, where I have the state, year, the type code which contains causes and everything, and what is the reason of the suicide, the gender, age group, and how many people committed suicide for that given reason. And I had performed the task abstraction on it in order to find the trends and the patterns. And I had also performed the mark abstraction in order to have a visualization which is more effective and expressive in nature. So this is my data, actual data. So this is how it is. And I had done some data pre-processing, like in the case of type code, I had taken only the rows which contain causes and rest were all discarded. So I had performed some data pre-processing in order to show this data. So at the end, I would like to conclude that, like, there are lots of trends and patterns which are being seen in the case of suicide cases in India. So I would just like conclude that, like, people should not commit suicide for whatever the reason is it is, and reach out for help if there is something. Thank you.